I want to also thank my beautiful wife, Melania, First Lady.
And you need to defend yourself all the time. As you may heard, I file a few lawsuits and I'm in the court now.
Great to see you.
Good morning.
Thank you. Good morning.
The first thing is congratulations.
Melania Trump has just achieved a historic legal victory, winning a $900 million defamation lawsuit against The View and its co-host, Sunny Hostin. This massive lawsuit has not only financially crippled ABC, but it has also raised serious questions about media accountability, reckless journalism, and the consequences of spreading misinformation about public figures. For years, The View has been one of the most controversial talk shows on television, known for its heated political debates and sharp criticism of conservative figures. However, this time, their habit of making baseless accusations has come back to haunt them. Melania, who had been mocked, ridiculed, and defamed on national television for years,
Because they accuse me of doing stuff that I never did in my life.
finally decided to fight back, and she won big. ABC executives are now scrambling to contain the fallout, as reports indicate that advertisers are quietly pulling their sponsorships, fearing the negative publicity that comes with being associated with the network. With legal fees skyrocketing and public trust at an all-time low, many insiders believe that this could be the final nail in the coffin for The View. The lawsuit isn't just about money, it's about respect, accountability, and setting a precedent. For years, mainstream media outlets have believed that they can say whatever they want about public figures without consequences. But Melania's victory has changed everything, proving that even the most powerful media organizations can be held accountable for their words.
I will not allow that. I will fight till the end because I don't want that they damage my reputation and my name.
As The View faces a full-blown crisis, its co-hosts are reportedly panicking, knowing that this lawsuit could be the first of many. Whoopi Goldberg, Joy Behar, and Sunny Hostin, who built their brands on slandering public figures, now find themselves in a situation they never expected, being exposed as reckless, biased, and legally vulnerable. The question now is, what happens next? Will ABC cancel The View to avoid further lawsuits? Will other celebrities and politicians follow Melania's lead and sue for defamation? And most importantly, has this lawsuit sparked a new era of accountability for mainstream media? For years, The View has made Melania Trump a frequent target of mockery, baseless speculation, and outright defamation.
I think she hates him.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Okay, so we can all
That's a
agree on
given.
that. That's a given. I also think that she wants to take him out.
Unlike other media outlets that focused on political criticism of Donald Trump, The View took it further, often launching personal attacks against Melania's intelligence, marriage, and background. The show's hosts, especially Sunny Hostin, Whoopi Goldberg, and Joy Behar, repeatedly spread false narratives about Melania that painted her in a negative light. Melania's lawsuit compiled years' worth of damaging statements made about her on national television. Her legal team exposed a pattern of defamation, proving that the hosts intentionally misrepresented her character and personal life to fit their political agenda. The key claims that helped Melania win the lawsuit included: The View repeatedly pushed the narrative that Melania despised her husband and was only staying with him for money and power. Sunny Hostin, in particular, claimed multiple times that Melania was secretly waiting for Trump's presidency to end so she could file for divorce. These statements were made without any evidence, yet they were presented as insider knowledge, damaging Melania's reputation. One of the most infamous moments in The View's history was the repeated claim that Melania Trump hated Christmas and wanted nothing to do with White House holiday traditions. Whoopi Goldberg and Joy Behar frequently mocked a leaked recording from a former aide, twisting Melania's words to make it seem like she had contempt for holiday celebrations. In reality, Melania personally led multiple Christmas initiatives as First Lady, designing elaborate decorations and hosting White House Christmas events. The false narrative spread by The View misrepresented her character and painted her as someone who was cold and detached, further strengthening her defamation case.
American people need to decide what they really want. Maybe some, strong tweets.
Additionally, The View occasionally questioned Melania's immigration background, subtly suggesting that her path to U.S. citizenship was questionable. While the show never outright accused her of wrongdoing, their constant insinuations contributed to false rumors about her legal status, further harming her public image. Melania's legal team argued that these attacks were not just opinionated criticism, but deliberate attempts to damage her reputation. Unlike comedians or satirical shows that make jokes about public figures, The View presented its false claims as factual discussions, leading many viewers to believe them. The long-term impact of these narratives created a distorted public perception of Melania, which ultimately became the foundation for her successful defamation lawsuit. The $900 million defamation lawsuit was more than just a financial hit for ABC. It was a full-blown crisis that sent the network into panic mode. When Melania Trump's legal team first filed the lawsuit, ABC executives reportedly dismissed it, assuming it would either be settled quietly or thrown out by the courts. However, as legal experts analyzed the case, it became clear that Melania had substantial evidence to prove defamation. Once the lawsuit gained traction, ABC found itself in a losing battle. Internal sources revealed that the network's legal team was overwhelmed, as Melania's attorneys compiled years' worth of damaging footage, showing how The View repeatedly spread false claims about her. ABC's lawyers tried to argue that the show's commentary was protected under free speech, but the court ruled that deliberate misinformation and character attacks were not protected under the First Amendment. With the case moving forward, ABC's financial situation began to collapse. The network faced three major problems. The court's ruling in favor of Melania Trump meant that ABC was now responsible for paying a staggering $900 million, one of the largest defamation payouts in television history. ABC had no way to absorb the financial blow without cutting major costs, canceling programs, and laying off employees. The network's stock price reportedly plummeted as investors lost confidence in its ability to recover. As soon as the lawsuit became public, major advertisers began distancing themselves from The View. Big-name sponsors like Pepsi, Verizon, and Procter & Gamble reportedly pulled their ads, fearing backlash from viewers who supported Melania's case. Since The View relied heavily on advertising revenue, the loss of sponsors further crippled ABC's ability to fund the show.
On Fox News to promote her new memoir. Apparently, she's answered personal and political questions. Take a look.
ABC executives quickly realized that keeping The View on the air was no longer an option. Not only was the show now a legal liability, but it had also become a PR disaster. Reports surfaced that ABC was considering firing Sunny Hostin and restructuring the show, but insiders revealed that the damage was too severe to salvage it. With mounting legal costs, declining viewership, and a destroyed reputation, ABC executives had no choice but to consider canceling The View entirely.
The former First Lady has been noticeably absent on her husband's campaign trail.
As the reality of The View's downfall set in, panic spread among the show's co-hosts, particularly Sunny Hostin, Whoopi Goldberg, and Joy Behar. With the $900 million judgment looming over ABC, it became clear that someone would have to take the fall, and Sunny Hostin quickly became the network's scapegoat. Reports indicate that ABC executives privately blamed Sunny for the lawsuit, citing her inflammatory remarks about Melania Trump as a major legal liability. In a desperate attempt to minimize further damage, ABC immediately suspended Hostin, with sources suggesting that her permanent firing was already being discussed. Sunny, once a confident legal analyst on the show, was now avoiding the media, realizing that her career was in jeopardy. Whoopi Goldberg and Joy Behar, both of whom had made countless defamatory remarks on the show, also faced major backlash.
And she doesn't. You don't know all that.
That's why I say allegedly.
Insiders reported that Whoopi was frantically calling industry contacts, trying to secure future projects before The View officially shut down. Joy Behar, one of the longest-running co-hosts, was in disbelief, reportedly furious that ABC executives didn't protect the show from legal risks. Meanwhile, other media networks distanced themselves from The View's co-hosts, fearing potential lawsuits from other celebrities who had been defamed on the show. As ABC scrambled to handle the fallout, the fate of The View was all but sealed, leaving its hosts without jobs and reputations in ruins.
I want to also thank my beautiful wife, Melania, First Lady.
Melania Trump's $900 million legal victory against The View is more than just a financial disaster for ABC. It represents a turning point for media accountability. For years, mainstream media networks have operated under the belief that they could make damaging claims about public figures without consequences, hiding behind the defense of opinion-based commentary and free speech. However, this lawsuit has shattered that illusion, proving that reckless reporting and false accusations can lead to serious legal repercussions. Legal experts are already speculating that Melania's victory will inspire other public figures to take action. Celebrities, politicians, and business leaders who have been smeared by biased media coverage may now feel emboldened to file their own defamation lawsuits. Some reports suggest that Donald Trump himself is considering additional lawsuits against networks like CNN and MSNBC for what he calls years of deliberate misinformation. If more lawsuits follow, this could force major networks to rethink their approach to political commentary and public criticism. The case also raises questions about journalistic integrity. Many critics argue that opinion-based shows like The View have blurred the lines between fact and speculation, making it difficult for audiences to separate truth from political propaganda.
Great to see you.
Good morning.
Thank you. Good morning.
The first thing is congratulations.
Moving forward, media companies may have to implement stricter guidelines to ensure that talk show hosts and news analysts are held accountable for their statements. Beyond ABC, other networks are now on high alert. Insiders claim that executives at CNN, MSNBC, and even late-night talk shows are re-evaluating their content strategies, fearing that they could become the next legal target. This lawsuit has sent shockwaves through the media industry, signaling the beginning of a broader reckoning for networks that have prioritized sensationalism over responsible journalism. The $900 million defamation lawsuit victory for Melania Trump against The View is more than just a legal triumph. It's a wake-up call for the entire media industry. For years, networks like ABC have allowed talk show hosts to make baseless accusations, confident that they could avoid consequences under the protection of opinion. However, this lawsuit has proven that the tide is turning, and even the most powerful media outlets can be held accountable for spreading falsehoods. The fallout from this case has left ABC financially crippled, with advertisers fleeing, legal fees skyrocketing, and executives scrambling to salvage the network's reputation. The show that once dominated daytime television now faces permanent cancellation, and its co-hosts, Whoopi Goldberg, Joy Behar, and Sunny Hostin, are left to deal with the wreckage of their careers. Sunny, in particular, has become the scapegoat, as ABC moves to fire her in a desperate attempt to contain the damage.
Fox News to promote her new memoir. Apparently, she's answered personal and political questions. Take a look.
This case has set a new precedent for how public figures can fight back against media defamation. Many believe that other celebrities and politicians may follow Melania's lead, filing lawsuits against networks that have spread misinformation under the guise of commentary. With Donald Trump hinting at more legal action against biased media outlets, some are wondering if this could be the beginning of a larger movement to hold the press accountable. The media landscape is changing rapidly, and this lawsuit has forced networks to rethink their approach to talk shows, news commentary, and political coverage. As ABC faces the reality of The View's potential cancellation, the question remains: will other networks learn from this case, or will more lawsuits follow, further shaking the foundations of mainstream media? Do you think this is the beginning of a major shift in media accountability, or is it just another high-profile lawsuit? Let's discuss. And for more breaking news, legal analysis, and media scandals, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. The fallout from this lawsuit is just beginning, and we'll be following every development closely.